In recent assessments made by Russian defense specialists, several American and European armored vehicles captured during the ongoing conflict in Ukraine have been closely examined. Engineers from Russia's military-industrial complex, including those at major research institutes, dismantled and evaluated models such as the American M1 Abrams and the German Leopard 2 series. Their findings highlighted several functional shortcomings and design decisions that may hinder battlefield effectiveness in the current operational environment. Russian analysts concluded that these Western tanks, long praised for their advanced technology, do not exhibit any groundbreaking design features from which Russian designers could learn. According to engineers, the Leopard 2A6, despite its modernization, still retained vulnerabilities previously identified in the Leopard 2A4. For example, the placement of the ammunition rack behind the driver was noted as a critical safety flaw, one that had not been addressed even in later variants. Additionally, the tank's thermal imaging system reportedly required 15 minutes to activate, delaying readiness in combat. Powertrain issues were also cited. Analysts found that the performance of the German MTU engine degraded significantly when operating in high-temperature environments, with power output dropping by approximately 2/5 when temperatures exceeded 35 degrees Celsius. Such thermal sensitivity, they argue, may contribute to mechanical unreliability in prolonged engagements under harsh conditions. The American M1 Abrams was described as mechanically complex and maintenance-intensive. Although its design contained technically interesting elements, Russian reviewers found little that could be practically applied to their own armored platforms. Similarly, the M2 infantry fighting vehicle received criticism for its poor off-road capability. Observers noted that the vehicle frequently became immobilized in soft terrain, making it a vulnerable target in areas with challenging soil conditions, such as those found on the Ukrainian front. Overall, Russian engineers attributed much of the perceived underperformance of Western vehicles to a combination of mechanical fragility and logistical strain on Ukrainian forces. They noted that, even with well-maintained supply chains, these systems might not perform optimally due to their maintenance demands and design priorities. Beyond technical specifics, Russian analysts argued that the changing nature of modern warfare has altered the strategic value of heavy armor. In a battlefield environment where drones, particularly loitering munitions and first-person view models, are increasingly effective, tanks without sufficient air defense integration become exposed. Attempts by both Russian and Ukrainian forces to protect armored assets using anti-drone cages and net-based shielding have achieved only limited success. In this context, experts suggest that tanks, while still useful against lightly armed infantry, are no longer unassailable juggernauts. Instead, they risk becoming stationary targets if deployed without adequate support systems. The perceived vulnerability of both American and German tanks in Ukraine has fueled broader discussions within Russia about future tank development. To remain effective, future tanks may need to emphasize survivability against drone threats. This could include electromagnetic countermeasures, close-range defensive systems, and rapid response mechanisms. Improved fire control systems and more efficient targeting would also be crucial in maximizing battlefield impact. Mobility is another key focus, particularly in terrain conditions that can trap heavier platforms. Russian observers point out that Western tanks, often weighing over 60 tons, face serious operational limitations in muddy or frozen terrain. In contrast, lighter platforms with optimized mobility and digital integration are receiving increased attention. Russian engineers referenced their own development of vehicles such as the RS-25 self-propelled gun, a light tank concept equipped with a large-caliber gun and a reduced combat weight of under 20 tons. This revival of older lightweight tank designs reflects a pragmatic shift in armored strategy, trading heavy armor for agility and adaptability in drone-contested environments. Similarly, other nations have invested in lighter tanks with advanced electronics and efficient armament, aiming to balance firepower, mobility, and survivability. While no armored system is immune to modern threats, the evaluations by Russian specialists suggest that future battlefield success may depend less on raw armor and more on flexibility, support integration, and rapid response capabilities.